Hi, I'm Bill McLaughlin, Editor-in-Chief of Furniture Today. Welcome to this week's edition of Frontline Friday. Amazon this week announced its upcoming Prime Day, which this year is expanding to 48 hours, 2 full days of Amazon Prime. That has become bigger than Black Friday for the internet retailer. Last year, we did have a number of furniture stores try to take advantage of that with their own prime time sales and different kinds of sales. If you remember last year, Amazon's site crashed during the initial part of prime time. So perhaps some savvy furniture retailer out there might have a bet with their consumers, win free furniture if Amazon's sites crash. You heard it here first. We'll be tracking that and letting you know how Amazon's Prime Day goes. We also will be following our intrepid retail editor, Clint Engel, will follow Furniture Store's response. So we will share with you some of the most creative responses from the furniture community on Amazon's Prime Day. Now we're going to go around the table and see what's going on in the world of furniture. Tom?
One thing I've been tracking is some of the hearings that the U.S. Trade Representative's office has been holding in Washington, D.C. on the fourth and latest round of tariffs affecting some $300 billion in product. Now, there's really not any furniture to speak of on that, but there are some juvenile products that are affected. Car seats, booster seats, strollers, high chairs, play yards, things that are all geared towards the child, the infant, and the toddler particularly. Many people in the industry that spoke are against tariffs because they believe it'll affect child safety. They think that people are going to either forego car seats or use older models that don't meet current safety standards. So it's an interesting kind of window that's available online at kidstoday.com. And of course, one of the interesting things that they point out is that it's difficult to replace sourcing for this. A lot of these companies have sourced in China for decades, so you can't replace that overnight without it affecting lead times, even pricing.
Which is interesting because what that means is if it's not any cheaper to move sourcing, then essentially manufacturers and ultimately retailers are going to be hit with a price increase one way or another.
That's true.
So, yeah, it's still a tough situation, but in the next week or so, I understand the administration is going to meet with their Chinese counterparts, so perhaps we'll have some updated information there.
Good.
Powell, you were at the AHFA Logistics Conference last week. What did you learn there?
Yeah, AHFA and its affiliate division, Specialized Furniture Carriers, put on a 2-day conference that had a lot of good information, I thought. In logistics, we were talking about tariffs. We're going to be taking a look at kind of the ripple effect of tariffs throughout the furniture supply chain. And so this was a pretty timely conference. Another thing, trucking, continues to be an issue. They anticipate over the next 10 years, we're going to need 100,000 new drivers a year. The 2019 Safe Driver Act was introduced in March in Congress. It's a bipartisan effort, and that would create driver apprenticeships for 18 to 20-year-olds. Also, they're working to improve the image of truck driving as a career through working with high school guidance counselors, veteran recruitment programs, more specialized training, for supply chain logistics students. So there's a lot going on that end too.
So there's a lot going on in the furniture industry overall. It is not, as you sometimes might feel, all tariffs all the time. We are not about to change the name to tariffs today. We'll continue to cover all of the developments impacting the furniture industry, particularly in the longer term, look at some of the structural changes that the industry is seeing in terms of the influence of e-commerce and how furniture stores are responding to that. So please stay tuned to Furniture Today and FurnitureToday.com for all of that information. Till next week, I'm Bill McLaughlin with Furniture Today, wishing you good business.